back with another episode of 1-on-1 with 8. Oh man, I got a special guest here today, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't see this one coming right here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, first and foremost, man, introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know who you be.
My name Ron. People probably know me as Fastlife. From Amherst and Central Avenue, East Orange, but you know I migrated a little bit everywhere. So
yeah. So you from here, there, a little bit everywhere,
yeah,
nigga.
yeah, wherever I lay my hat is
You know
my
what I'm saying? And let's talk about so you're a little bit from here to everywhere, right? So what was the journey like coming off the porch for you, like finding your own way? You know what I mean? Jumping into the fast life, or
I grew up, you know, watching my uncles and you know my cousins and my brothers do whatever it was that they do. You know, running out the house, different girls and stuff like that, and you know just getting money however they got it. And, you know, I saw that, so I became a product of that. You know, I started trying to do it, and it went from them trying to kick me off the block, and, yo, get out of here and go to school and stay in school. But at that time, I was getting so much money as a juvenile that I thought they were just saying that because I was in the way of them. You understand what I'm saying? Because I knew that police really couldn't do nothing to me because I was a juvenile. So I was able to take a lot of risks that they wasn't able to take. So I didn't figure out what they meant until after I started getting into stuff, and it was like, all right, that's why they said stay in school. That's why they said do this and do that.
And so they eventually, like, they kind of eventually came to it too, like, fuck it, like, we kicking you off the block or whatever, you still gonna do you, so we might as well keep you close to us?
No, because it was like my partner, you know, rest in peace. They couldn't really tell him what to do. And me and him was like this. You know, we was together every day, so a lot of the times, you know, he'd get the backlash because of me. So now it's like, yo, damn, you gotta get away from me, bro. You fucking my shit up. So it became me and him get the fuck off the block. But we still was, you know, ducking and hiding and ducking in backyards and coming back out. You know, we wouldn't stop. So, you know, eventually it just went like that. They tell us to get off the block, we go up the street.
Just gonna migrate. You still gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Got time to keep, you know, chasing us around and watching what we do and stuff like that. So it went from that, and then to me, you know, driving at 13 and 14, and you know, sitting on top of the yellow phone books and stuff like that. And back then, the police couldn't just scan your plate and run your plate like that. So you was able to throw a plate on there and just drive.
Mile out.
Yeah, even if you wanted to get it registered, anybody could get a car registered back then. You didn't really need no driver license, so it was just, you know, a lot different back then. It was a lot different back then.
So you started off fucking with the stolen cars, or you was buying little hoopties and shit?
Nah, yeah, I was buying hoopties and stuff like that, and then my partner, he was actually, you know, he jumped into that lane, and when he jumped into that lane, it was like police come through, they see 20, 30 people on the block. They keep circling around. So what he did was he was in like a stolen car. And we were all just being there smoking during the snowstorms and stuff like that.
And then hotboxing.
The police, they ride right past because ain't nobody out there. So that's how we was able to get our little extra money, because
we had a little
wasn't nobody outside. Police come through, they kick everybody out. We sit in the car behind the tents. And just have them coming up to the car.
Facts.
So it was like,
and this at a young age, I figured that.
Nah, yeah, this like 14, 15. Facts. It's at a young age. So, you know, that's how people really started to like really know my name, stuff like that. Like even with the police, you know, from them seeing my face, knowing that I took the chase, but they're like, damn, we know it was you. So that really got me hot and stuff like that. So it went from that to me, you know, once it get like that, you at the top of their emails. You know, when they come in and do their morning routine,
when they do their Google calls,
they got, yo, such and such. You know, this guy, such and such car, whatever, they got your name at the top, so it became like that. You know, I just got hot.
And, you know, and so what caused you to, you know, migrate? Was it?
So the reason why I jumped in even jumped started driving like that because it was like, yo, the regular hoopties that we had, they wasn't that fast.
Gotcha.
And we was still able to get away and stuff like that. So it was like, yo, why not get the stolen shit hot and then jump back in my shit? Because they still be looking for that shit. So it was like, that's how I really got into like, you know, cars and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you've been into the, you know, you've been into the car shit since a youngin'. And I think that's like most of us coming from here. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing. You know what I mean? Like, especially for our era coming up, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it was jumping off the porch. It was stealing little pedal bikes. You know what I mean? From stealing the pedal bikes, you graduated to the cars and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, even with the pedal, I think everybody done, you know, had bikes and rode 10, 15 deep, just rode places and just, you know, took bikes and stuff like that. I definitely done that.
That's what I'm saying. And for a lot of niggas, you know what I mean? Like, for a lot of niggas, like, that was the start of it. You know what I mean? Like, that was an infatuation. You know what I mean? Like you said, 15, 20 deep. You know what I mean? You got niggas on, you see a nigga on a 2020, that mean he ditching that and jumping on something else. So if you see a nigga on the back, he hopping off, he jumping on something else. And, you know, like I said, coming through in that era, like, that was the thing. And older dudes, they always used to be like, they used to be mad because, you know, we ain't get it. It was, yo, y'all joyriding, y'all making the block hot, y'all fucking up the money. That's dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? And you ever went through that?
Nah, yeah, I went through that. Even with the cars, like, you know, even my regular car, they try to, like, you know, get in the street and bust my window and stuff like that. Because like, yo, you short stopping, you doing this, you do. Like, they used to get tired of me, man, because I wouldn't stop. You know, I wouldn't sleep. I was up all night. I was like, you know, I was around the clock with it. And it was like, I got in the way of a lot of the stuff that they was trying to do because, you know, I was in the way.
Yeah. You coming outside for fun. You ain't coming outside.
I'm outside early in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, all night. You know, so that shit went to them even calling my mother and my grandmother to come around there and get me in.
Word.
Stuff like that.
And you ever got bagged for any of that shit, like at a young age, or you got bagged as an adult?
Nah, yeah, I got locked up a lot as a juvenile. And, you know, anybody that was in and out of there, with me coming up, I had Judge Triano. It was just like, they was getting let go. I had, like, one of the fairest judges in the juvenile system, so.
Gotcha.
You know, I was, like, getting let go to the point where people, they was questioning that shit, like, how the fuck is he, did he get let go? But it was like, oh, then he got Triano, so. It was a situation like that, and then, you know, they really stuck it to me once I turned 18. Like,
they used all that shit.
Nah, not so much of that, but it's just, they threw so much stuff on me. And if I would have turned myself in, I would have got around it. But being so that I didn't turn myself in, I couldn't really take nothing to trial. So it's like, yo, if you take this to trial, you got to take the rest of these cases to trial. So it, like, forced my hand to cop out.
You ran from it.
Yeah.
If you ain't run from it.
Yeah.
But had you would have known, you would have addressed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I don't think I probably wouldn't have got a chance to sit down and actually, you know, get a clear vision of where I wanted my life to go at that time. Because I was, like, really running wild and, you know, really reckless around that time.
So what hit you? Like, on that trip right there? Like, what?
When around that time I was just turning 18, I had just had my son. And, you know, I had responsibility. I was already immune to, you know, getting money and taking care of myself like that. So to sit down and to be in there and just, you know, you think about all the dumb stuff that you did that was in the way, that should just make you think. If you got any type of sense to you, you're going to think, like, yo, damn, if I continue to do this shit get worse. Like, it ain't like how it was when I was a juvenile. This shit different now, you know. Before you go in there as a juvenile, it's a little more, I could say, fun. You know what I mean?
It's play time.
Yeah, because you see your boys that you ain't seen in a minute, they in there. You know, you get to run the tier, y'all got, so it's a little more fun. You know what I mean? Till you older, it's like, you got responsibilities now, you got kids, so it's just a whole different ball game. The charges are serious. And it's more time
and when you like, you know, I always tell motherfuckers, like, how I see it was like, before social media, that was going through the jail systems was forms of networking for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because now you running into other niggas with like minds like you when you try and you'll accidentally, run into a way how to enhance what you already doing negative. You know what I mean? Like how you could get away with it better this time, or you'll run into a plug, or you know what I mean, or you'll run into somebody who you could send some shit to in another town, or like, so a lot of times, like, going back and forth in there, you know what I mean, it was, like I said, it was fun. Like, that was the thing to do.
I mean, as a juvenile, because, but as you get older, you're like, man, this shit no way. Everybody, you're a fucking jailbird.
It's for the birds.
Yeah, you don't want to keep, you're going back and forth to jail.
Yeah.
Time wasted.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to start all over again.
That's the shit that hurt.
Yeah, it's like,
that's the shit that hurt, man.
Nobody got no time for that shit no more. It's like, man, the hell with that shit.
Word.
And that's what really inspired me to get my CDLs the first time. Like, me sitting in there and doing that time, and it's like, yo, damn, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Okay. I need something that at least I could fall back on. It's hard to get a job with a record.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to get a job with a record. You know what I'm saying? So they turn you around, and then it's like, you come from, you used to a certain amount of money.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it was tough, man. But
like, you got to figure out what could you do to replace, you know what I mean, not only just replace the money, but replace the urges that you get, or something that fuel you.
It's so much of like, what the fuck you gonna do when it's all said and done?
Gotcha.
Like, what are you really gonna do?
Yeah.
Because it's like, your life is, it's like a GPS. So it's like, if I come get you early in the morning and we ain't got nothing to do, we gonna be riding around all day, like 3 or 4 hours. Tell us like, yo, bro, let's do this. Yeah. Or like, yo, such and such jumping tonight, let's do this. Yeah. Like, shit, we done wasted 4 and 5 hours already.
Just spinning the block.
Spinning the block, going through this hood, going through that hood, saying what's up with them, with the bitches at, all this and that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with your life. If you don't have no direction of where you're going with your life, you just going through life until you figure it out.
Facts.
So.
And there's no telling how long that shit might be.
Yeah, direction.
Because some niggas never figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
And, okay, so we talked about grabbing your CDLs, right? So now you got your CDLs. What you doing with them now? Like, at that point, when you first grabbed them? Like,
at that point, when I first grabbed them, I took it serious, but I really didn't take it serious. I had started going over the road. I had got a little bit of experience. I had got hit from the back.
Got you.
And, I had like a little lawsuit or whatever. I messed it up because I was like working out, so I didn't really get that much money.
Got you.
Because they saw like, on Facebook, I thought it was a game.
Yeah.
They like, yo, they watch you. Like,
yeah.
I still was working out, so they saw me.
Like, nigga, ain't that you right there at the gym?
Yeah, so it's like, yo, bro, it's either you take this,
or you ain't
getting shit.
Yeah.
Because we already got you working out.
Word.
So that shit messed up a 6-figure case. And I remember, one of my uncles telling me at the time, like, bro, Allah didn't want you to get that money at that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant for you.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah.
It wasn't for you.
And I didn't really understand it until now.
Hell no, because nigga, that's 6 figures.
You want that money? It's like, man, I got hit from the back. That should have opened the shit.
Hey, like, nigga, what I telling you that he ain't telling me? What you mean he don't want me to have that? Nigga, that's, you know what I'm saying? And all right, so you fucked that up, right?
Yeah, so I fucked that up, and then I wasn't really doing nothing with it, so I was back running.
Oh.
And then what really was the last straw was, when they did that sweep, they did a lot of people that was like close to me and stuff like that. A lot of people that I was dealing with. That I was cool with.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm going in the federal system. They're getting, 20 and 25 years. So it's like, yo, that could be me.
That shit ain't close to home.
You feel what I'm saying? So, I was able to escape that. And then the police, somebody lied on me and tried to say I shot my own cousin. So, luckily where I was at, it was the police there.
Yeah.
And my cousin, he kept calling me to come out because my other partner was going to turn himself in.
Yeah.
He's going to do some time, so he wanted to go out with all of us.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go out.
Yeah.
And I was trying to like duck that shit.
Yeah.
But he kept calling, and then my other partner, rest in peace, He was like, yo, come on, bro. We ain't even going to be that long. The shit over at 12.
Word.
So I was like, man, fuck it. I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit saved my life. Because where I was at, it was 2 police officers there.
Okay.
So, you know, at the time that the shit was going on. So that was the only thing that saved me. I would probably still be in there today. So, when that happened, you know, they was trying to, that was like a tactic for them to either get my cousin to say what he was into, or to get me to say some shit to get me out of that situation. Gotcha. Which, you know, the police, they watch you grow up. So it's like, y'all know I'm not.
Word. Y'all know my MO.
Y'all know I'm not fitting to do that.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, even though I turned myself in with my lawyer, you know, they like, yo, well, can we talk to you without your lawyer? I have nothing to hide. So yeah, you can. I'm not going to say nothing different. I know I'm not. Word. I really wasn't there. Yeah. So that shit was like a big thing, even in like, you know, the precinct of them, you know, thinking this person got paid off and just, you know, thinking that I'm lying. And,
the narrative that they push.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, bro, you got 2 police officers. Like, they not putting their fucking life on the line for me.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying?
They don't got no reason to lie for me.
Yeah, I was really there. Yeah. So they went, checked the easy passes. It was like a bunch of stuff, bro. Yeah. But that right there let me know that they had a real rock hard on for me. No homo. So, you know, at that point, it's like, am I really ready to get my life away and do 20 to 25 years? Because that's what's going to happen. Yeah. If not, it's going to be close to that. I got a record. Yeah. I'm a felon. They not going to play with me. Yeah. I know they not. They never play with me. I don't know how people get it off that deep, but they never play with me. Yeah. So I know the energy in that courtroom. Yeah. And, you know, I'm not ready to do that much time. And I'm not giving nobody up. So I'm going to just get on out while I can. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm leaving. I don't have that many scars. All my scars is, you know, internal. It's like all my scars from the game really come from people crossing me and just fucking me over.
They lessons learned.
Yeah, I don't really got no scars or, you know, nothing where it's going to like hinder me in life or I'm not crippled or nothing. I still got my brain. You know, I'm still intelligent. I still got a chance. I don't really got that much scars. A lot of people, they not here. They, you know, they doing time. So, you know, I got to just cut my losses and go.
Yeah. And that looked like that was the smartest decision that you made.
I mean, yeah, because like I said, you can see what's going on and, you know, even with the streets, you know, you can always see the change in the streets through the music. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if I name a song right now, you could tell me exactly what you was doing when that song was out. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, when I was growing up, it was, you know, Jeezy and Gucci and, you know, it was like that Trap or Die version and Jimmy.
As soon as you hear the song, you could snap right back into
exactly.
And that was in really, that G-Rod, or I was doing this, or we was here.
Exactly. You could always date anything, you know, back to music. It's like, yo, you know, you screw a girl, and they probably don't remember that or remember exactly how it happened, but if I screw them off some music, every time they hear that song, they call you.
Automatically. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't want to, it's just by...
Oh, yeah, this nigga crazy. So they probably just call you out the blue, like, yo, because they heard that song.
Exactly.
But the music really... You can see what's going on through the music in the streets, like always. And I'm going to just say that back to the song, You're in my white tee. People was wearing white tees. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
4 X's, you know what I'm saying?
To the trapping music for Jeezy and, you know, Jimmy and stuff like that. Yeah. It was more hustlers then. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Even to when Jimmy changed the shit and he started wearing the tight clothes. Yeah. People started wearing tight clothes. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Even
I remember when he did that album cover, and that was like, it was a laughing stock at that time. You know what I mean? When he was on a Diary of a Summer and he had the trues on, this, that, and the third. And then a couple weeks later, you know what I mean? Everybody, you know what I mean, Truey down now. You know what I'm saying? And that started to surge in it, even from Max B with the Nike boots.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he came out with the Nike boots track, everybody named Mother ran and got Nike boots. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's through the music.
You could always relate to what's going on right now. Like I said, it's not, the streets messed up because it's not that many hustlers right now. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? There's more people getting high. Yep. They syrup sipping, they pill popping, But if you look at the music,
Mm-hmm.
this is what they talking about in the music. So, you know, as a kid, you know, your mother telling you or your uncle, like, man, that music, that shit y'all listening to getting in your head. It is. It is. Think about when them Chirac, you know, when they start coming out with that drilling music. It was way more drilling going on. You feel what I'm saying? Even in Chicago, you look at, yo, it ain't been no shootings in 23 years, or there ain't been no shooting in the whole day because they not really talking about that like that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you mix music and with liquor and drugs, it's a bad influence. It's a bad combination.
And it always had, you know what I'm saying? And like I can even remember being back like, you know, when they played songs like Nuck If You Buck or Fuck Them Other Niggas Cause I'm Down for My, like certain clubs and little, they couldn't play them shits because
that shit started riot, bro. You know, niggas in the club, they pushing each other, they throwing
automatically
their hoods, they not even throwing it up. You know, back then niggas was screaming that shit. Man, back and forth until the fight pop out.
And that's just, and a lot of that shit, it surged to the music.
Yeah, like I said, like people say the streets is messed up because you don't got that many hustlers around. It's probably like a handful of people that really, really get to it. And now you're able to distinguish it. And that's why we make it even more dangerous because it's like, yo, now the police able to see who because it's not that many people that's doing it. So,
and I remember one of them pictures that they had floating on the gram a couple years ago with all the old head niggas, and they all had on big gold chains, and like, yo, looking from this picture, you don't know who the big homie is or who the plug is, because everybody in that circle is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody is represented the same in that circle, and now, like you said, it's more outcast now because everybody rather get high rather than get the money, or they get the money just to get high.
All right, so what they talking about in the music now is like getting high and getting fly. You understand what I'm saying? And getting fly and all that shit that been going on with niggas that been getting money and stuff like that. But they more so talking about, you know, the getting high thing. And that really took a toll on, you know, us as a culture. Just period. It really took a toll because that's what majority of the people was doing. It's doing now. You understand what I'm saying? And it ain't that many hustlers now. They don't even know how to get money. They rather crack a card or scam somebody out some money. And that's what the fuck is going on. It's like, that's why you see a lot of older people, they still want to hear that old J.
Exactly. You know? You want to hear that old J. You want to hear some Jeezy. Because niggas like them, they taught you how to get money. They taught you how to stack money. They taught you how to put your money in places.
You knew what, not only that, you knew what you was doing when that shit was out. Like, when they had a run with that. Jeezy. You could always relate, you know, back to that shit, man. You get a rush off that shit. And it's like, even that high alone, you know, that high off getting money, you know, that shit is a high. That shit like going to the gym. You know, it's a high. You don't want to come down off that shit. You got a bunch of yes men around you. They could know you wrong, but it's like, man, you got it.
You bring that thing in.
They don't even want to tell you wrong. It's like, bro, you dead wrong. You feel what I'm saying? You probably got one or two solid people that's around you that's gonna pull you up, but the majority of the time, you got a bunch of yes men around you. You feel what I'm saying?
So, how do you combat that? Like, how do you keep your head up and your eyes open, like, towards the yes men, basically? Like, how do you stay on your toes and make sure it's genuine and it's just not a yes man type of situation?
It's hard, man. You really don't know until you get in a sign. Then you be like, damn, I didn't even know this nigga. I don't even know the side of this person. It's like, you can't really see it. You're blinded because you running, you high, you got the, you know, you rushing off the money, you know. Shit is like a high. You can't really see it until the damage is done already. And then it's like, you know, that's when people go through whatever they go through. And now they're able to see it before it happened because they went through it. I think that comes with experience. I don't think that's nothing that I could tell you a million times to watch out for it, and you probably still don't see it unless I'm actually around you and staying on top of you.
Yeah, and you could point it out.
Exactly.
And so that gives me a question. Because we talking about niggas who just in a moment and they just chasing his money. But how did you know when it was time for you to hop out? Like, was it a money thing? Like, was it a certain amount of money you was chasing?
Nah, you can't really, you know, you gotta pay attention to the signs. My signs might be different for somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? So, cause it's like, even if I come to a nigga right now and I tell a nigga like, yo, bro, you should do this, you should do that with your money. They ain't gonna want to hear that shit. And I understand because I didn't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, if you don't stop, and I'm not like marking you or nothing like that, but
exactly.
You know the end game. We all know that shit. You watch it on TV.
You hear it a million times.
You see it in real life.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, if you don't stop, you're gonna be stopped. Quitting while you're ahead and quitting because you gotta be stopped is not the same thing. So my advice is quit while you're ahead. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't really chase money, man, because money is numbers and numbers never end. You understand what I'm saying? If you chasing money, it's numbers.
Yeah.
So if you ask anybody that's in the game right now, or just ask anybody, period, like, yeah, well, when you gonna stop? You know, you see this person, they got this amount of money, or they got this. You know, you ain't even, you know what the nigga worth. It's like, yo, well, when you gonna stop?
When I get a meal.
But you get the meal, and then you want a $1.5 million. It's like,
exactly.
It start from a nigga that ain't never had no money. He want 10,000. You get the 10. It's like, yo, I want 20.
Yeah. I seen how easy it was to make that, or I made it quicker than I thought I would. So I might as well keep going.
Exactly. So now you like, yo, damn, I want 20. You get the 20. It's like, yo, now I want 50. And like I said, numbers they never end. They keep going. And just that rush of, you know, you able to put smiles on certain people's faces, and you wake up doing what you want. Just that alone, it keeps you in the game.
Keep you in that
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you might see somebody like probably read about them in the newspaper. They got caught with this amount of money, and you like, man, I would have did this, I would have did that. Yeah. But to them, it ain't shit because
if I had a portion of what he had, I'd have jumped out. Yeah. And it's easy for me to say because I'm not in that world. I ain't in that rush.
You ain't reached that high.
I ain't reached that high.
You feel what I'm saying? Because once you reach that high, it's hard. Yeah. You know, you get that. And it's like, the more you get, the more you want. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you even like, the more you get, the more you want, man. That shit is a rush. That shit is a high, and it's hard to stop, man. It's like, even, you know, with the shit on Instagram, man, we get caught up in that, and, you know, buying a designer. It's cool to do that. I'm not knocking that at all. It's cool to do that. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of times people do that, and they don't have nothing else going on. Or you got something going on, but the shit is a front just to say you did it. You know, we all done been there where I got this going on, but you're not really active. You understand what I'm saying? You got a business just to say you got it. Yeah. You're not really hands-on. Yeah.
You see it all the time.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and even with this Instagram shit, man, like people get caught up in that, like, you know, with the jewelry and the diamonds and all that shit, you know, we get caught up in that and caught up in that competition game. And
get caught up with them likes and that, the attention or the comments or whatever it is that's pulling you in.
Exactly. So you buying different outfits. You understand? Because you caught up, like I said, it's a high. So it's like, yo, you like, damn, you just spent $2,500, $3,000 on this outfit. Now you want to do another one because people on Instagram then seeing you win.
I can't pop out again with this shit on.
Exactly. And then the rappers is doing it, but at the end of the day, we're not rappers.
They bag different.
They can get that shit on a walk-in in the club. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So our bag can never equal up to them. Yeah. But like I said, it go back to the music. That's what we're chasing. You know, that culture. But it's like I said, we get caught up in that, and you end up buying shit of no value. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you get fucked up. You get into a situation, you got a bunch of clothes that's in your closet. You looking around, you like, yo, damn, I done spent X amount of money on clothes, you can't do shit with it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't buy nothing. Well, I wouldn't really do stuff. I would do more stuff of value. You understand what I'm saying? It wouldn't do more stuff.
Give me an example. Give me an example of that.
Just like, you know, you buy a sneaker, you're buying 2 and 3 colors of the same sneaker.
Gotcha.
You buy a watch, you're busting it down. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But it's going to cost more to bust it down. It's like a virgin. Once you fuck her, the value go down. Yeah. So it's like, yo,
depreciated already. Now.
Yeah, once you pop the cherry on a watch, the value go down. Then you pay more money to bust the shit down than it is to keep it plain Jane. But when you sell it with the diamonds in it,
you're going to get a portion.
You don't really get your money like that. But when that shit solid, plain Jane, your money always there.
So now it's an asset now.
Yeah, it's just a way to hide your money.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to keep a certain money there, you got that shit in jewelry. It's like, man, if anything ever happened, I could take this shit back.
Yeah.
I can get 150, 200,000.
Yeah.
Easy.
Now,
I know my money there.
Now, what if I ain't make it to the jewelry level yet, and I'm with the is it any types of clothes that you know about, or anything that you know about, like brands that you know about that keep its value?
For men, it ain't, men is like fucked. It's like, seriously, it's like, yo, all that shit, you can't, like, what you gonna do? You gonna try to put that shit on eBay or something like that? You ain't got no distinguished Jordans or nothing like that. It's like, bro, you buying all that shit for nothing, and then it's like, you buy all that shit, you don't even want to wear it twice because of Instagram. And I think I done been guilty of that. Even if you go on my page, it's like, you can't really find me in the same outfit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like I said, this Instagram shit, it gives you that perception. It gives you that mindset of like, yo, you can't wear the same thing twice. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. But it's like, fuck, I just paid $1,000 for this shirt. You mean to tell me I'm not gonna wear it twice because Instagram seen me in it? Like, man, fuck that. Who the fuck is Instagram?
Yeah. But you'd be surprised Instagram hold that power though.
Yeah. And it's like, yo, you could be going to a whole nother party, right? To people that don't even know you
at all.
So they never seen this outfit. But I'll call you to go out and you like, yo, I ain't got nothing to wear. Like this shit, Instagram, like really is a bad drug for people, man.
It is.
Until you realize that and really digest that, you'll never see it because you always want to be caught up, you know, because of Instagram. Instagram really got people heads fucked up. And it's like,
it's the go-to.
Exactly. And not to even go past your question, it's like, man, for females, if it's not Chanel or Hermes, I wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
Because you ain't gonna get your money. Nowhere near your money. You're gonna get about $200 for that fucking bag you paid $3,600 for.
So that's Gucci, Louis.
Oh yeah. Even though Louis, you ain't gonna get your money. Your money is gonna be always in Chanel. You could have that shit. You could have bought that shit in 2014. Your money always gonna be there, and you might get more. You might get more.
They stopped that. It's out of rotation.
Exactly. So you might get more, depending on the type of bag or the color it is. You might get more than what you actually paid for. So your money is like always there and shit. And I'm like I said, I'm not knocking nothing that nobody do. It's just my opinion. I wouldn't buy more of something to where as though I can't.
You can't recoup that shit if you
understand what I'm saying? Then it's like with the females, you know, you probably want a bag, but it's like, yo, once you get that shit, it ain't worth nothing. Once you walk out the store with that shit,
once you pop that tag,
that shit ain't worth shit. But with Chanel and Hermes, your money always there. So even if you ain't got that card, that official card that they give you with the bag, the people still know if your shit real because they got professionals that like go over the stitching. So it's like they still know, you know, if your shit real. You just always gotta think like, man, even with the hustlers, man, it's like, if all that shit crumbled, then what? Because it crumbled like that. It don't take long. Anybody tell you that, like, man, you could be up one day and be down the next. So
and like I said, for the amount of work and effort you put into everything that you risk to build it up, and like you said, one quick second, it's all crumbling down, right? And you made a transition. You was able to spot it early and make your transition to doing what you do now. And what is that you're doing now? Like,
I drive trucks. You know, I wanted to. At first, I was always the one I wanted to like just put my money in something and you know, delegate. Like, yo, you do this, you do that. But it's always better to learn everything organically from the ground up. Because it might be something that the person you're giving the money to, it might be something that they missed that you might pick up. Or it probably could be like me, like even with the trucks, is little stuff I learned that could save me money. Because you always want to think of stuff, even when, whatever game you in, you want to think it's time management. You want to think of stuff that can save you time and money. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, if you figure out a way to do something better and faster, then that's cool. You might figure out something that this person ain't figure out. And then
you might be able to find that loophole.
Exactly. And, you know, with with the trucking thing is, you know, it's hard to even have a female in your life and stuff like that. A lot of people don't do it or they scared to do it because they got a female that they don't want. It's like going to jail. You got a female that you don't want to leave, so you tell. You feel what I'm saying?
Straight like that.
You can't add no female in the equation to your plans. Because I done been there and did that before where it's like, yo, in a year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And now the female going and it's like, yo, you stuck on that. You understand what I'm saying? So
and
now,
that made you abandon your plan because now you gotta go back and
you emotionally scarred, like a little bit like that song out.
Yeah.
You're emotionally scarred. So it's like, yo, damn, that shit, it fucked the wave of things up because you fucked up over
it
that.
wasn't in the plan.
Exactly, but I'm to the point where I still might tell you like, yo, you know, and this and that, but bitch, this train going to, you know, my goals that I've written down already, it's going there, whether you get on the train or not. This is the way it's going. So, you know, I don't really equate females in the plan. And if you're a person going to get into trucking, then you can't have no female in the equation because they going to want you home. You understand what I'm saying? But they want you home and you broke. So it's an argument now. Y'all arguing all day because you ain't got no paper. So it's like
you ain't let me go make the paper.
You
want me here.
You got to make that sacrifice, man, and know where you're going. It's like I said, it's all about knowing where you're going and really having, like, a date is very important. Like I said, because if you ask any hustler, they probably say a number. So, I'm going to say a mill. Exactly. When you're chasing numbers, they never end. So, you're going to get the mill, and then you're going to want more and more and more. So, it's better to, when you put the date on it, it's like, man, even if I don't get the mill, whatever I get at this date, I'm done. And really be done. Because if a person say a number, they not going to quit.
Because like you said, the numbers don't stop.
Yeah, they don't ever end.
I caught that milk. Shit, I might as well chase 2.
Because it's so, you might get the 2.
And
despite of when you get the 1, that shit might come so fast, it's like, you never know.
And I think that's definitely a key piece of advice, you know what I mean, that a lot of people don't really put vice versa to each other, like date versus amount. And like you said, you ask then anybody, yo, how much is enough? And they'll say a number.
They're going to say a number, but they might reach that number like that, and they want more. Because it's that high, that notoriety that they're getting with that number. Is like, you know, if you're an ugly person and you get that money, man, bitches doing whatever the fuck you want them to do.
Jay said that shit. He said, I never seen an ugly billionaire. I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? And when you put that money right there, it alleviates a lot of things. People, they overlook shit because you got the bag. You know what I mean? Oh, he ain't that ugly. You know what I mean? Oh, he don't talk. I mean, or whatever the fuck the situation is. They overlook shit.
Yes, it's go back to the
yes man shit. You know what I'm saying? And by putting a date on something, I think that's in my mind, logically, that makes the most sense rather than the price.
Yeah, because if you read any type of books, they're gonna tell you to put a date on your goals, put a set date. That's very important. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you any books, you go back in history, anything you look at with the most successful people, they're gonna tell you to, you know, try to put a date. You know, so a date is very important. You know.
And you know, another question that I got as well too though is so you know you put me on to something that I want you to put the people on to this conversation that we had about the tornado effect.
Oh, okay. So,
you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because I think that's an important. I don't know. I'll let you talk about it.
No, the tornado effect is very important, especially, you know, in business or anything that you're into, because a lot of people, you know, people of our culture, we like a cutthroat culture.
Exactly.
So it's like like I put you on side, I show you like, yo, look at my check, bro. You could do this, you could do that, and then you come working for me, and then you see how it's going for 2 weeks, and then you want to cut me out and get your own truck and do it yourself.
Exactly.
And then figure out that you can't do it because you don't know the challenges that I face to get to where I'm at now. You understand what I'm saying?
You don't see the behind the scenes shit.
You only see the glitz and the glamour.
Fact.
So the tornado effect to anybody that's in business, you know, when you start, they say the starting part is the hardest part because you spend at the bottom.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you spending at the bottom, you probably go broke, or probably damn near go broke to the point where you getting money from this person, or you trying to get money, or you trying to do this and you trying to do that, and you feel like ain't nothing working, and then you just shoot to the top.
Yeah.
And then you probably spin around at the top, and you be, excited and happy, and then it probably go back down. You probably spin out the middle, and then you probably go back down to the bottom, and then it's just like an up and down thing.
Exactly.
And a lot of people tell you that, like man, it's up and down, but that's life, period. And that's like the tornado effect.
Yeah.
So the only way to get out the tornado effect is to climb up out the tornado and climb up on top, and you actually able to look down, or you actually able to prepare for if it do happen. Not, you don't want to make it like, yo, you preparing for it, but you just got the knowledge. If it happen,
you better prepared.
Exactly, you know what to do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Or if you face the tornado effect, now that I'm telling you, you probably be in business.
Yeah.
You probably be at the part where you spinning down at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what they be like, yo, keep going.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
And the more you keep going, you probably go to the middle.
Yeah.
You probably be at a plateau. Then you probably go to the top.
Yeah.
Be at the top, spinning around, and figure out that you can't go no more. But you're going to go through that tornado effect in business.
There's no way around it.
Nah, there's no way around it. I think everybody go through that.
And like I said, I think a lot of people a lot of people just going through the tornado and don't even recognize that they're going through it.
Nah, they don't know it's a tornado effect. So a lot of times
they just think this is what it is.
That's why you see a lot of people they tap out, they foul out, keep going. But a lot of people don't, that got the endurance to keep going.
Damn right.
But they ain't got the strength.
Out, yeah.
You know what I mean? To withstand that tornado. It's like, yo, your fucking house. If you got a glass house, your shit gonna crumble.
Yeah.
So you need that strength and that willpower to actually keep going, and that's very important. It's like, you go from having this amount of money to nothing. A lot of people lose their mind.
Yeah.
They ain't got that get back power.
Yeah. A lot of people, like, nigga, we since beginning of time, like, we seen white people or whatever, you know what I mean? They lose their job, they go shoot up the office, or they commit suicide, or because if they never been at the bottom of the tornado, if they fall from the top and fall to the middle,
because a lot of them, they get a lot of different people. Some people get inherited money.
Yeah.
Some people get lucky. A lot of stuff, it don't be really in them. That shit got to be in you. You got to be able to bounce back.
Yeah.
A hustler, you can always point out a hustler because he always bounce back. It's like, yo, damn, this nigga go to jail, he come home, he always run back up.
Always.
That's a hustler.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't got that ability to run it back up. They not hustlers. So they foul out the game. Or you go hate on the next man, now you want to break in this man's house, or you want to do this and do that.
Damn right.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, because you fucked your bag up.
Yeah, because it's not in you.
Yeah.
And, like they say, the jealous ones still envy. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you buy something for your girl. Your girl come back, she tell her friends. While she telling her friend, the boyfriend probably be around.
Yeah.
He overhear it.
Yeah.
Now he don't like you.
Yeah.
Because your girl told her friend, and he was right there, and he know he can't do what you just did. So now he developed some type of jealousy and envy towards you. You don't even know this, man. Self-hate. It's like, yo, how you hate somebody you don't even know? The nigga get money, he do what he do. How you don't like him? How you?
And from then, that's where the backbiting and talking behind your back will begin.
Oh, he did. So he did.
Yeah, or I heard what my man said, or this, that, and the third. It's like, your man said, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one thing. That's just one thing it come with the game.
Yeah, that come with the game.
It come with the game. You know what I mean? Just because it come with the game, it don't make it right.
No, because that's just
that's some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of it.
With our culture,
it's a lot, bro.
That's just how it is, man. They say usually when you see another black man celebrating, it's usually another one loss or grief. It's like, something just happened to sudden. So it's like, yo, something just happened. Somebody just took a major loss. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You texting this person, you texting that person. That shit spread fast. You probably wake somebody up while they sleep. Like, yo, guess what just happened to such and such. Yo, da-da-da-da.
It's breaking news.
Exactly. You breaking the motherfucker up out they sleep over another man's grief or loss. And it's like, I don't know why our people was like that, but that's just how black people is, man. And it's bad. It's sad.
That negativity, man, like it spread the shit spread like the fucking corona. You know what I'm saying? Like it spread fast.
Yeah.
And you know, like it's just so much of it out here. It's hard to tell. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's always been hard to navigate through, but it's even more harder because it's more hiding spots for them now. Like they hide behind social medias. They hide behind, you know, like they hide behind females or whatever it is. Like
niggas always send hate through the bros and stuff like that, and it's like
that's
now,
always.
you know, even in the game, man, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You're making it harder because you're making this person pay $3,000 and $4,000 worth of rent to protect your little bum ass of breaking in their spot. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in their spot. So they gotta buy this gated community with these big ass windows and this doorman to make it hard for you to get to. But me, if I could do it again, I would just get me a guard dog. To where the nigga, you can't come in anyway, and if you try to do anything, he's gonna bark.
He's gonna sound the alarm.
So you're gonna make it hard. And that is gonna save me thousands of dollars every month that I gotta pay just for my safety. And a lot of times people even get past the doorman.
Shit.
You know, so the game is, it's just, when you compare, the best thing I could have did was turn myself into a businessman. That's the best thing I could have did, man.
I mean, shit, I definitely agree, and I'm glad you made that decision, man. And you know, I don't want to hold you too long.
Nah.
Because we definitely just got a lot of jewels out of this thing, man. You feel me? And I'm looking forward to you coming back to join me for part 2, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot more we could dive into.
For
feel me? You know what I'm saying? We got a lot more we could dive into, man. And is it before we wrap up, is something else you want? Is there anything that you want to tell the people with?
Like I said, just go back to the date of you just knowing what you want to do, man. Any time you speak on your life, man, you want to prophesize victory, man. Speak with authority. You know what I'm saying? That's very important, bro. On the way you say things and stuff like that. Words is powerful. So, you know, even with your thoughts, man, it's like, for a person never been in jail before, you got the secret of success. You feel what I'm saying? You being in jail, having talks with yourself, yo, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. 9 times out of 10, you do that when you come home. It's just when you get back with them people, you start losing focus. But that's the secret to success. A man becomes what he think about all day. So that's just it. That's the only thing I could tell the people.
Hey, my nigga, bro. Thank you for coming through, man.